All right. Here is my audience. Okay. To be or not to be? That is the question. Hamlet, Act 3, Scene 1. The to be or not to be quote is a famous line from William Shakespeare, the play Hamlet. It's a philosophical question that asks whether it is better to exist or not exist, and has been interpreted in many different ways throughout history. The quote is often used to express the idea that existence can be painful and troublesome, but it can also be beautiful and meaningful. William Shakespeare is credited with coining popular numerous words and phrases that are still in the use of English language today. He is estimated to have introduced over 1,700 words into the English vocabulary. Some of the examples include bedroom, swagger, eyeball, gloomy, bump, luggage, elbow, among many others. His creative use of the language has left the enduring mark on the development of the English vocabulary and demonstrates his profound influence on the evolution of the language. Today, I'm going to provide you with the insights to the life works and the enduring legacy of William Shakespeare. We'll explore Shakespeare's early life, his contributions to literature, language, and the impact of his modern works on culture today. As per John Russell Brown, author of Shakespeare, Actors and Audiences, and James Shapiro, who wrote A Year in the Life of William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born April 26, 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon, a town in England. His birthplace was the modest life timber house in Stratford that remains a symbol of his legacy today. His father, John Shakespeare, was a glovemaker, mayor, which elevated his family's social status. His mother, Mary Aden, came from a family of wealth, bridging a different social classes throughout her marriage to John. Growing up in a bustling town of Stratford exposed him to diverse people, dialects, trades, influencing his different characters and settings in later works. William's early exposure to local theater productions ignited his passion for the stage and storytelling. His father's civic involvement introduced him to the themes of government, justice, politics, and even featured prominently in his works. So let's talk about his educational foundation of William Shakespeare. So today, we explore the early education foundations and the factors that shape this genius of William Shakespeare. So as per William Shakespeare in the historic UK magazine by Ben Jonson in 2017, young Shakespeare was formally educated and commenced at the King's New School in Stratford, where he acquired fundamental skills of reading, writing, arithmetic, laying the groundwork for his future accomplishments. However, it was not just the education, but also the diverse influences that ignited his creativity. In the town of Stratford, Shakespeare was exposed to local theater productions. He was also kindled in his lifelong passion of storytelling for the stage, basically. Shakespeare's work was shaped by cultural and political atmosphere of the Elizabethan era. It was the period of extraordinary creativity, transformation, and his works that reflect dynamic spirit of that age. He drew inspiration from classical authors like Ovid and Plutarch, incorporating their themes and literary techniques into his own masterpieces. So also, William was a shareholder in the Globe Theatre. Shakespeare possessed an intimate understanding of the stage, which allowed him to craft plays designed for performance and not just reading. So now let's talk about Shakespeare's career in his works and beginnings of playwright. In the beginning, young Shakespeare created a foundation for his future greatness. He wrote plays that would foreshadow his brilliance. His early works include masterpieces like Henry VI, which is a historical drama that showcased his talents for rich character development. In The Comedy of Errors, a humorous play, you see glimpses of his exceptional wordplay and wit. Shakespeare's path to greatness was intertwined with the vibrant world of theater. His journey through theater companies instrumental in shaping his destiny. He became associated with the Lord of Chamberlain's men and renowned theater company of the time. So this marked a significant career and step for him. The Globe Theater, very heart of Elizabethan theater, became the canvas of his art. So the evolution of William Shakespeare, an aspiring writer, to the board of Avon was the transformation that characterized by this dedication and genius as per the life of William Shakespeare, which was written by Emma Smith in Cambridge University Press of 2012. Early recognition began to trickle in, acknowledging his talent as a playwright. The theater nurtured his development as a playwright, provided him valuable insights into the art of storytelling. There came a turning point, a moment that marked his talent, his transition from an actor to a playwright, where his quill would be craft for his stories and would echo through the centuries. Shakespeare's early works of theater involvement engaged his writing career, served as an inspiration to all of us today. They illuminate the path from humble beginnings to literary immortality. William Shakespeare is renowned for his vast body of work, but lets us shine a spotlight through most iconic plays, as per Adrienne Donica from the bibliography.com, April 20th of 2023. She says, Hamlet's timeless tragedy is a masterpiece of human psychology, madness, moral dilemmas, but his story continues to be captive audiences with complex characters and an intricate plot. Macbeth, a gripping tale of ambition, guilt, consequences, of unchecked power. Macbeth showcases Shakespeare's ability to portray the darkness aspects of a human soul. How about Romeo and Juliet, a classic love story that transcends time? And this play explores the power of love, tragedy of feuding families, and the youth of today. Its language and passion remains unparalleled. Shakespeare's influence on the literature extends beyond his plays. Expressions like, let's break the ice, green-eyed monster, wild goose chase, a trace of their origins back to him. His collection of 154 sonnets in a treasure of love and poetic artistry, they explore the themes of love, beauty, time, mortality, setting for this lyrical poetry. Beyond plays, Shakespeare dabbed on other genres of his narrative poetry. His works like Venus, Rape of Lurescence. Shakespeare's characters are deeply, deeply human, reflecting complexity of human nature, his ability to craft characters, basically a hallmark of his literary contributions to us. So allow me to share you some Shakespeare lasting impact, literature and theater. So William Shakespeare left that mark on both literature and theater as per Folger's Shakespeare Library of 2012 in Shakespeare Story. Shakespeare's influence on the English language is immeasurable, and his exploration of human nature, complex characters, timeless themes made his works relevant. Whether it's tragic flaws of Macbeth or love of Romeo and Juliet, his character stories resonate through people's backgrounds and eras. Shakespeare's association with the Globe Theater, as I talked about before, made that experience come alive. Not nearly just a venue, but where his plays came to life. His plays were not only meant solely for reading, crafting performances. Shakespeare's understanding of the stage, the acting, the dynamic audience elevating his works to new heights. He had an influence on the modern culture. But the influence of Shakespeare is not confined to the realms of literature and theater. It extends to modern culture, like I just said. Shakespeare's works have been translated into every major living language and continue to be performed worldwide. His themes and characters resonate across cultures, generations, fostering shared human experiences. Shakespearean adaptations in film and television has introduced his stories to new audiences, from Romeo and Juliet to Shakespeare in Love. His works continue to inspire and capture even on the screen today. Countless authors like Charles Dickens, J.K. Rowling have drawn inspiration from Shakespeare's storytelling and character development. His influence can be found in a multitude of literary works and everyday expressions and idioms like star-crossed lovers trace their origins back to Shakespeare. His impact on our language is just a testament of his work. So in closing, I've shared with you the remarkable life and works and timeless legacy of William Shakespeare and Shakespeare's influence on literature, theater, and modern culture, which is immeasurable. His legacy transcends the boundaries of time, space, culture. And as we persist in performing his plays, reading his poetry, finding inspiration in his words, we honor a literary and theatrical giant whose impact has no limits. So in the words of Bard himself, from Shakespeare's As You Like It, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women are merely players. Thank you very much. And they are still awake.
You did a great job.